It was a big, brown leather armchair, and there was a depression on the seat of it, made by his buttocks over the years. Higher up, on the backrest, there was a dark oval stain on the leather where his head had rested. He used to sit reading in that chair, and she would be opposite him on the sofa, sewing on buttons or mending socks or putting a patch on the elbow of one of his jackets, and every now and then a pair of eyes would glance up from the book and settle on her, watchful, but strangely impersonal, as if calculating something. She'd never liked those eyes. They were ice blue, cold, small, and rather close together, with two deep vertical lines of disapproval dividing them. All her life they had been watching her. And even now, after a week alone in the house, she sometimes had an uneasy feeling that they were still there, following her around, staring at her from doorways, from empty chairs, through a window at night. Slowly, she reached into her handbag and took out her spectacles and put them on. Then, holding the pages up high in front of her so that they caught the late afternoon light from the window behind, she started to read.
This note, my dear Mary, is entirely for you, and will be given you shortly after I am gone. Do not be alarmed by the sight of all this writing. It is nothing but an attempt on my part to explain to you precisely what Landy is going to do to me, and why I have agreed that he should do it, and what are his theories and his hopes. You are my wife, and you have a right to know these things. In fact, you must know them. During the past few days, I've tried very hard to speak with you about Landy, but you have steadfastly refused to give me a hearing. This, as I have already told you, is a very foolish attitude to take, and I find it not entirely an unselfish one either. It stems mostly from ignorance, and I'm absolutely convinced that if only you were made aware of all the facts, you would immediately change your view. That is why I'm hoping that when I'm no longer with you and your mind is less distracted, you will consent to listen to me more carefully through these pages. I swear to you that when you have read my story, your sense of antipathy will vanish, and enthusiasm will take its place. I even dare to hope that you will become a little proud of what I've done. As you read on, you must forgive me, if you will, for the coolness of my style. But this is the only way I know of getting my message over to you clearly. You see, as my time draws near, it is natural that I begin to brim with every kind of sentimentality under the sun. Each day I grow more extravagantly wistful, especially in the evenings, and unless I watch myself closely, my emotions will be overflowing onto these pages. I have a wish, for example, to write something about you, and what a satisfactory wife you have been to me through the years, and I'm promising myself that if there's time, and I still have the strength, I shall do that next. I have a yearning also to speak about this Oxford of mine, where I've been living and teaching for the past 17 years, to tell something about the glory of the place, and to explain, if I can, a little of what it has meant to have been allowed to work in its midst. All the things and places that I loved so well keep crowding in on me now in this gloomy bedroom. They are bright and beautiful as they always were, and today, for some reason, I can see them more clearly than ever. The path around the lake in the gardens of Worcester College, where Lovelace used to walk. The gateway at Pembroke, the view westward over the town from Magdalen Tower, the great hall at Christchurch, the little rockery at St. John's, where I have counted more than a dozen varieties of campanula, including the rare and dainty C. Waldsteiniana. But there you see, I haven't even begun, and already I'm falling into the trap. So let me get started now, and let you read it slowly, my dear, without any of that sense of sorrow or disapproval that might otherwise embarrass your understanding. Promise me now that you will read it slowly, and that you will put yourself in a cool and patient frame of mind before you begin. The details of the illness that struck me down so suddenly in my middle life are known to you. I need not waste time upon them, except to admit at once how foolish I was not to have gone earlier to my doctor. Cancer is one of the few remaining diseases.